welcome to IP Study Video Lectures. Today we will discuss the 7th chapter of Grade 6 English Grammar, and we will explore the topic Possessives. Well, just imagine talking about your friend's book and saying, "This is my friend book." Does this sound right? Or saying, "This is my friend's book." Does this sound right? Exactly. The second statement, "This is my friend's book." This is the correct statement. This statement is showing us the belongingness of the book. Whose book is this? This is my friend's book. Well, the power to make such a big difference is with apostrophe and S. So, in this lesson, we will cover what is a possessive noun and how to form them with apostrophe and S. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain how to form possessive nouns with apostrophe and S, use possessive nouns in sentences. Before we go further, let's read the small example. My father's favorite book is The Last Day of Socrates. Fathers. Father is a singular noun. Now, in this sentence, we are trying to show the possession of which is your father's favorite book. His favorite, my father's favorite book is The Last Day of Socrates. So, the word fathers is an apostrophe singular noun. Let us read some more examples. It is my father's car. Whose car is it? It is my father's car. Whose car is it? It's my father's. Now, we are trying to show the belongingness of the car, and whose car is it? It is my father's car, and this car belongs to my father, or this is my father's car. So we can also use it's for it is. Let's go for a walk. Now this is a contraction for let us. Let us are two words. Sometimes we use apostrophe just to shorten the two words, like let's. So, apostrophe as a single can be used to form contractions as well. But when we use with S, they help us to show the belongingness. The book's pages are torn. We form the possessive of a noun by adding an apostrophe and S, or just an apostrophe. We add an apostrophe and S to a singular noun. For example, mother, Rahul. Both of these are singular nouns. So, to show them as a possessive noun, we add apostrophe and S to them, like mother's, Rahul's. We add an apostrophe to a plural noun ending in S. For example, plural nouns such as teachers, lions. Now they already have S at the end. Therefore, we do not need to add S again. Hence, we will only add an apostrophe, like teachers. After the noun teachers, we simply added apostrophe. Lions, lions. With a plural noun not ending in S, we use an apostrophe and S together, like children, children's, men, men's. So the rule is simple that when there is a singular noun, you will add apostrophe and S. But when there is a plural noun ending with S, you simply add an apostrophe after S. But when you have plural nouns which are not ending with S, like children or men, you will add apostrophe and s both to the noun to show them as possessive nouns. We sometimes add an apostrophe to a singular noun ending in s as well, like Archimedes' law, Socrates' ideas. In the case given below, we add apostrophe and s to the last word, like my mother-in-law is the compound noun. Now, to show the possession, whose flat? My mother-in-law's flat. So, we simply add apostrophe and s just to the last word. We can add apostrophe and s to a phrase with and, like Keshav and Vimal's restaurant. So now, in this phrase, we are talking about the possession of the restaurant. Now, there is one restaurant which belongs to both Keshav and Vimal. In this scenario, we do not need to add apostrophe and s to both the nouns. So, we simply add an apostrophe and s just to the last word, which is after and. Sometimes you can add apostrophe and s to both the words after and before and as well. But what is that scenario? Let us understand. Risha's and Ali's bags. Now, in this case, you add an apostrophe and s before and as well, and with the noun after and as well. Why is that so? Because you're talking about two bags. So, when different things belong to different people, in that scenario, you add an apostrophe and s to both the nouns before and after and as well. Like bags. Bags belongs to both Risha and Ali. There are two bags we're talking about. That means two different things belong to two different people. So we say Risha's and Ali's bags. But here we're talking about one restaurant which belongs to both Keshav and Vimal. Hence we said Keshav and Vimal's restaurant. We normally use the possessive apostrophe and s for people and animals, like Riya's bag, Mr. Sharma's house. So when you're talking about people or animals, you normally don't use of. For example, the bag of Riya, the house of Mr. Sharma. In these scenarios, we use apostrophe and s when we are talking about people or animals. We do not always use apostrophe for people. We would use of in these sentences. So now in the case like Riya's bag, Mr. Sharma's house, we used an apostrophe and s to people, right? But it is not the case that we may use it for people all the time. For example, can you tell the address of the man who saved you from drowning? He is the father of the boy who is a good singer. Now, in these cases, we tend to use of and not apostrophe and s. For the things, we normally use of and not the possessive form. So, generally, we use of for non-living things like the name of the road, the door of the room, and we never say the road's name, the room's door. So, generally, for non-living things, we do not use apostrophe and s and we use of instead. Similarly, generally, for people and animals, we use apostrophe and s and avoid using of. But there are some special cases wherein we use of. For people, we can use either apostrophe and s or of for a place or an organization. Now, why is that so? Because a place or an organization belongs to a group of people. So, we can use either apostrophe and s or of as well. So, either of them are correct. Like Jaisalmer's monuments. This is also correct. Or the monuments of Jaisalmer. It is also correct. The Earth's atmosphere. It's correct. Or the atmosphere of the Earth. It is also correct. We can use apostrophe and s with time expressions like today's, yesterday's weather forecast, 2 weeks time, months. So in this scenario, just keep in mind that the names, the time expressions ending with s, you will only use apostrophe, and the time expressions ending with consonant like yesterday, today, you will use both apostrophe and s. We may use the possessive form when there is no following noun as well. Like, where is St. Xavier's? I am going to the baker's. So for the nouns, when we talk about shops, churches, houses, schools, all of these, we can use apostrophe and s even when there is no following noun. St. Xavier's. So you know you're already talking about church. So even if the word, the noun church is absent from the sentence, you can use apostrophe and s with St. Xavier. Like, where is St. Xavier's? Similarly, baker's shop. Even if the word, the noun shop is absent from the sentence, you can use apostrophe and s after baker's, baker as well, even when the following noun is absent. For example, I am going to the baker's. So, the basic meaning of a possessive noun or of a possessive form is to show possession or ownership. We also use it with other meanings as well. Let us read some more examples like Rima's house. The house that belongs to Rima. Ali's brother, the brother of Ali. Mr. Gupta's house, the house where Mr. Gupta lives. The girls' school, the school where the girls study. Ayan's school, the school where Ayan studies. So, did you observe that apostrophe and s helped us to shorten the phrase or the sentence as well? Like Rima's house, the house that belongs to Rima, instead of saying the complete phrase, we can just say Rima's house. So that is how we use apostrophe and s. That was all about possessive nouns and apostrophe and s. Possessive nouns shows us the possession or belongingness. We sometimes add apostrophe to the nouns which are plural in nature and ending with s. But we always add apostrophe and s to show belongingness to a singular noun and to the other kinds of nouns as well. Always remember that apostrophe and s help us to shorten the structure of the sentence as well. And sometimes apostrophe helps us to form the contractions or short forms of two words as well. This helps us to make our sentences crisp and clear. So that was all about possessives and apostrophe and s. Possessive forms help us to show the belongingness or possessions. Apostrophe help us to shorten the two words or to form the short forms and contractions. Apostrophe and s, they help us to shorten the phrases which are big in the sentences. They definitely help us to make the sentences clear and crisp. We add an apostrophe and s to form the possessive noun, and when there are two nouns, we add apostrophe and s to the second. when you have a plural noun ending with S, you simply add apostrophe to it to make them possessive noun. That was all about today's lecture. Stay tuned for our next video lecture. Till then, keep revising your possessive nouns and keep using apostrophe and S in your sentences and phrases. Thank you so much.